The ASA STARS National Tour announced that they will begin their 2024 season at New Smyrna Speedway in February during Florida Speedweeks. That announcement has come under criticism from top super late model driver Bubba Pollard. But before we get to Bubba Pollard's comments, let's actually go through this announcement on the ASA STARS National Tour website. They say here, although the 2023 ASA STARS National Tour's inaugural season has just concluded, series officials have announced the season opening event for 2024 will be held during Speed Weeks in Florida. The second ASA STARS National Tour season will open up on Tuesday, February 13th for the Clyde Hart Memorial 200 at New Smyrna Speedway as part of the World Series of Asphalt Stock Car Racing. The race honoring track founder Clyde Hart will once again be the premier super late model race of the nine-night event during Florida Speed Weeks at the famous half mile leading up to the Daytona 500. The 200-lap event will be tri-sanctioned along with the ASA Southern Super Series and the Sun Belt David Rogers Super Late Models as part of the World Series of Asphalt Point Championship. The Clyde Hart Memorial will pay $15,000 to win and $1,500 to start and will be the richest super late model purse in New Smyrna Speedway history. The opportunity to open the ASA STARS National Tour season as part of Speed Weeks will help us jumpstart 2024 on a high note, commented Bob Sargent, president of Track Enterprises and founder of the ASA STARS National Tour. We are proud to be part of the richest super late model purse in track history. The 2024 Clyde Hart Memorial will take place prior to any on-track activity at Daytona International Speedway, providing any number of current NASCAR drivers the opportunity to participate. William Byron competed in last year's Southern Super Series event, while several NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and Truck Series drivers competed in ASA STARS events, including ASA STARS champion Ty Majeski, Carson Hocevar, Grant Enfinger, Eric Jones, Chase Elliott, and Daniel Suarez. After traditionally being contested during the summer since its inception in 1999, the Clyde Hart Memorial was moved to February during the World Series in 2021 as the first of 200-lap super late model races during the week. For the first time, last year's race opened the 2022 Southern Super Series point season. Last year showed us that a big midweek super late model race could work, commented New Smyrna Speedway track owner Jane Hart. We're ready to take that next step with the ASA STARS National Tour and bring the fans a truly special event in honor of Clyde Hart. Florida legend and former NASCAR Weekly Series Racing Series National Champion David Rogers won the inaugural Clyde Memorial in 1999. A 125-lap event as part of the Fast Car Sun Belt Super Late Model Series. Former NASCAR Slim Jim All-Pro Series champion Wayne Anderson is the winningest driver in the race's history with 5 victories. To his credit, NASCAR Cup Series star William Byron has won the Clyde Hart Memorial the last 2 years. So the ASA STARS National Tour will begin with the Clyde Hart Memorial during Florida Speedweeks on Tuesday, February 13th. And that is what Bubba Pollard took issue with, the fact that it is taking place on a Tuesday. He responded to coverage of the press release by Matt Weaver over on Short Track Scene. And he said, I don't mind the NASCAR guys coming to race with us, but it's these midweek races that are going to kill this deal. There's a lot of teams that just can't do it. Yes, some can, but to get people to follow your series on a regular basis, this isn't the way. When asked to elaborate, he said, I only know of 3 to 5 teams that can do it on a regular basis and travel all across the country. One of those teams runs 3 cars. Listen, I'm all for the NASCAR guys, but it's those regular guys that keep you going week in and week out. You learn a lot when you run a dirt track. He's talking about his ownership of Sonoya. So that is what Bubba Pollard had to say. As for how many NASCAR people actually competed in the race last year, William Byron obviously won the race. You had Connor Mosack, who's been racing in a number of the lower level divisions. He's been in ARCA. He's been in the Cars Tour, which isn't really NASCAR sanctioned, but he's also part of, I think he's racing some truck races and some Xfinity Series races as well. You've got, let's see here. We're going down through the list. Names that pop out at me here. Johnny Sauter, obviously NASCAR veteran, but he racing the trucks. Tommy Catalano isn't really a super guy. He usually races in NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. Connor Jones has kind of a journeyman. I think he's had a couple truck races. He's been in the Cars Tour, races a lot of late model races. Won a lot of pro late model races down during Speed Week last year as well. Stuart Friesen, obviously Truck Series guy. So there weren't a lot of Cup guys racing last year. Spencer Davis, he's a Tour type modified driver for the most part. So I'm not really a lot of Cup guys. Mainly William Byron. I know you might have some more this year. We'll see what happens. There's a couple of them entering for the Snowball Derby. I think Eric Jones is in that. I forget who else, but you might see some other Cup guys get in there and compete in this. But Bubba Pollard does not like that it's happening on a Tuesday. He thinks it should be more so on the weekend. We'll see what happens with the ASA Stars National Tour. They only ran 10 events last year. All of them were on the weekend. So maybe just having this one kind of premier event on a weekday is kind of a one-off, and the rest of the races will be on the weekend, and maybe that kind of alleviate Bubba Pollard's concern. But he is kind of wary, at least, of having these midweek races. I'm almost of the. I actually like the midweek races, especially on the dirt side. I find them highly entertaining. It lets me watch racing and not have to wait an entire week to get my fix. So I really enjoy that. I do understand that it does put a heavier burden on a lot of the teams and the drivers and the tracks as well, to get those tracks up and running during the middle of the week and things like that, and travel and all that stuff that does cost money. It costs time and requires a lot of effort. So maybe it's just the kind of one off here for Speed Week, and then they move forward with the weekend races after that. But Bubba Pollard expressing his opinion here about the move to have the ASA Stars National Tour begin on Tuesday during Florida Speedweeks in February. So I leave it to you guys. What do you make of Bubba Pollard's criticism of the ASA Stars National Tour beginning in the middle of the week during Florida Speedweek?